Hello everyone, welcome back to the course of electric network. In the last lecture we discussed about second order series and parallel RLC circuit and their responses. In this lecture we will do some problem on initial conditions. Right. We will start today first of all from this representation of passive elements in transient state. Right. Means at the time of transient or switching, how our passive elements R, L and C will act. Right. Let us first take resistance. Here it is element, here it is equivalent circuit. Basically this equivalent circuit is nothing but the transient state. Right, means at the time of switching. If it is a resistance R, then in transient it will act like same as a resistance R. Right. If it is an inductor, right, having no initial current, okay, then it will act like an open circuit in transient state. Why? Because inductor doesn't allow sudden change of current. Right. If it is a capacitor, then if it is a capacitor with no initial voltage, then it will act like a short circuit, because at the time of switching the resistance of the capacitor is 0. Right. Now this was the circuit representation of these three elements when they have no initial conditions, they have no initial current or voltage. Now we will consider these elements circuit representation when they have initial conditions, like if inductor has initial current, if capacitor has initial voltage. So the resistance will act same, it will have no change, but in case of inductor L, if it has a current of I0, right, then it will be represented like this. Right, the current of I0. Right. Okay. If it is a capacitor C and it has an initial voltage of V0, then it will act like a voltage source plus or minus V0. Right. Sorry, I think it will be better to write a capacitor in transient will act like a short circuit but maintaining a voltage across its terminal as V0. Right. See here also the capacitor has been replaced by a short circuit, but in this case it has no initial voltage, so across these two terminals in its equivalent circuit there is no voltage. In this case it has initial voltage, that is why thus in equivalent circuit this capacitor has been replaced by a short circuit along with a voltage across its terminal. In case of inductor, this inductor has been replaced by or represented by a open circuit. Since it has no initial current, so no current source is in parallel with this, but in this case this inductor has an initial current of I0, that is why a current source in parallel with these two terminals has been represented with initial current as I0. Clear? Okay, now we will do some problem on initial conditions, which is very important from the gate point of view, because from second order they don't ask direct questions like find the response of the second order system. Till now no major questions was asked like this. From second order they basically ask like what is the rate of change of current at time t equal to 0, what is the second derivative of rate of current at time t equal to 0, or what is the second derivative of voltage at time t equal to 0 plus across the capacitor, right? This type of questions they asked. So we will do problem on that. So let's start doing problem, which is our today's main topic. Okay, let us consider our first problem. Here it is a voltage source, a switch, a resistor and an inductor, in which the switch is getting closed at time t equal to 0. This is 200 volts, this is 10 ohm and this is 0.1 millihenry. If this is I, then the question is find I0 plus di by dt 0 plus, sorry here it is I, and d square by dt square of I 0 plus, right? Means at the time of switching, means at time t equal to 0, when the switch is getting closed, what will be the inductor current, what will be the rate of change of that inductor current, and what will be the second derivative of inductor current at time t equal to 0 plus. Now before solving this question, I would like to mention here, for a inductor having inductance L and flowing a current I, then a voltage V will be L di by dt, and for a capacitor, if this is V and the current I is flowing through it, then I will be equal to C dV by dt, right? Now coming to this problem, to solve this question, first of all, this type of question, we have to find first of all the initial condition, means what was the circuit condition before switching and after switching. So before switching, for t equal to 0 minus, the switch was open, and if the switch was open, our I will be what? I0 minus, isn't it? And if switch was open, then no current was flowing through that, so this will be 0. And since inductor doesn't allow sudden change of current, so the same current will be at the time of I equal to 0 plus, t equal to 0 plus, means I0 minus will be 0, which is equal to I0 plus. Now for t greater than 0, switch was closed, then we will write KVL. After writing KVL, we will have minus 200 plus 10 into I 0 plus, or simply say for general, minus 200 plus 10I plus 0.1, since it is millihenry, so in short we write 0.1 n di by dt. This is the source voltage, this is the drop across resistance, and this part is the drop across this inductance, isn't it? Now this is the general KVL for any time, for time t greater than 0. Now for t equal to 0 plus, t equal to 0 plus, now putting time t equal to 0, minus 20 plus, sorry, minus 200 plus 10 I0 plus 0.1 m di0 plus divided by dt, right? Now see, our I0 plus is what? 0, so this will become 0, so it will become minus 200 plus 0 plus 0.1 milli di0 plus divided by dt is equal to 0, and from here our di0 plus divided by dt will be what? 200 divided by 0.1 milli, which will be 200 multiplied by 10 to the power minus 4, right? Which will become nothing but 2 mega amperes per second, right? Now if we differentiating this, if I say this as equation 1, so after differentiating this equation 1, this term will become 0, so 0 plus 10 di0 plus divided by dt plus 0.1 milli d square I0 plus divided by dt square is equal to 0, and from here our d square I0 plus divided by dt square will become minus of 10 di0 plus divided by dt, and this is 0.1 m, isn't it? Which will be nothing but minus 10 to the power, this will be minus 4, this will 1, this will be 5 di0 plus divided by dt. Now putting the value of di0 plus divided by dt here, we will have d square I0 plus divided by dt square is equal to minus of 10 to the power 5 into 2 into 10 to the power 6, which will be nothing but 200 gigampere per second square, right? Now let us take another example. Right. Consider this circuit. A resistor, an inductor, a switch is here, a resistor, a capacitor is there, once again a resistor. and the switch is getting closed at t equal to 0. This is 6 ohm, this is 1 microfarad, this is 2 ohm, this is 2 ohm, this is 1 millihenry, and this is 2 ohm, this is 200 volts, right? Okay, now the question is find I0 plus. This is our I and this is V. I0 plus d by dt of I0 plus V0 plus d by dt of V0 plus I infinity and V infinity. We have to find these 6 parameters. Sorry, this is 3 ohm. Okay, now to solve these types of problem, first of all, what we have to do, we have to find what was the circuit condition before switching. So before switching for t less than 0, what was the circuit condition? See, resistor was there. Since this voltage source was in a steady state with this circuit for a long time back, so the inductor was behaving like a short circuit, right? This switch was not closed, so this will not come in picture. Since the capacitor was charged fully, so this will act like open circuit, and this resistor will be in picture. This is 3 ohm, 2 ohm, this is 2 ohm. This inductor was here, which was acting like short circuit. This is 200 volts, right? And this was our I. So I0 minus will be what? 200 divided by 3 plus 2, 5, which is 40 amperes. This was the V. Now see, what will be the V? V0 minus will be nothing but the total voltage divided by 3 by 5, isn't it? Because the voltage V for time t equal to 0 minus is nothing but the voltage drop across this 3 ohm, right? Because no current is flowing in this, so it will comes out 543 120 volt, right? Now see, as I already know that inductor doesn't allow certain change of current, so whatever I0 minus will be I0 means at time t equal to 0, and the same current will be at time t equal to 0 plus, which is nothing but 40 amperes. Similarly, in case of capacitor, as we all know that capacitor doesn't allow sudden change of voltage across it, so V0 minus will be V0 plus, which is nothing but 120 volts, right? Means out of these 6 parameters we found 2 parameters, I0 plus and V0 plus. Now our next target is to find dI0 plus by dt and dV0 plus by dt. Now after switching, what will be the state of circuit, or what will be the circuit condition? Circuit condition will be this resistor will be same as it is, and in place of this inductor, means at the time of switching, this will this inductor will act like an open circuit along with a current source in parallel with it, and its value is nothing but 40 amperes. Why? Because our I0 plus or I0 minus is 40 ampere. Okay, now we have represented these two elements after switching. Now this will be there because after closing this switch, this 6 ohm will come in picture, right? This 2 ohm will come in picture, this 2 ohm will come in picture, and this capacitor will act like a voltage source. As I already told that if a capacitor is initially charged, if it has initial voltage, then it will represented, see here, sorry, this will be the case, means if a capacitor has initial voltage as V0, then after switching it is represented by a short circuit along with a voltage across its terminals. So it is not, isn't it similar to this plus or minus V0 means a voltage source. So we will represent this capacitor by a voltage source and a resistance, this resistance of 3 ohm. This is 3 ohm. What is our V0? Our V0 is 120 volt. This is our 2 ohm. This is our 6 ohm. This is 2, and this will be plus or minus 200 volts. Now if I say that this node has a voltage V, or say it is V dash, right? So if I write KVL, sorry, nodal analysis here, if I apply nodal analysis here, what we will have? We will have, since minus 40 ampere is entering to this node, minus 40 plus V dash by 6 plus V dash minus 120 by 2 ohm plus V dash by 3, isn't it? From here our V dash will comes out as 100 volts, right? Now if I say that the voltage across the inductor at time t equal to 0 plus is VL0 plus, then writing KVL here, this was KCL, and now if I write KVL here, we will have what is minus 200 plus, since the current through this 2 ohm resistor is nothing but the current, because current this 40 ampere, because only single path exists along this path, right? So minus 200 plus 40 into 2 plus VL0 plus, right, plus V dash is equal to 0, isn't it? Now putting the values of V dash, we will have VL0 plus is equal to 20 volt, isn't it? As already, and since we have told in the starting that if an inductor has a voltage across it is V and current flowing through it is I, then V and I will be related through this expression. So our VL0 plus will be nothing but L di0 plus divided by dt is equal to VL0 plus, and from here our L di by dt 0 plus will be 20 volts, and finally our di 0 plus divided by dt will be 20 by L. Our L value is 1 millihenry, so 20 by 1 milli, which is nothing but 20k ampere per second, right? Also, the current flowing through this branch, or saying that this branch will nothing but the current flowing through the capacitor, as this is nothing but the capacitor represented in transient state. So this current, if I able to find the current flowing through this branch, then it will be nothing but the current flowing through the capacitor. So what will be this current? See, what will be this current? This current will nothing but V dash minus 120 by 2 ohm. If I say that this is IC, let us say this is IC. So our IC will be nothing but V dash minus 120 by 2 ohm. Our V dash is, what is V dash? Our V dash is 100 volts. So 100 minus 120 by 2, which is nothing but minus 20 by 2, it's minus 10 ampere. And as I told earlier, that if a current is flowing through a capacitor having initial voltage V, then the relation is represented as I equal to C dV by dt, right? So we can write that IC, or simply say IC 0 plus will be nothing but C dV 0 plus divided by dt. So from here our C dV 0 plus by dt, or sending this C as 1 by C I 0 plus, our I 0 plus is nothing but minus 10, and our C value is what? Our C value is 1 microfarad, means minus 10 divided by 10 to the power minus 6, it will comes out minus 10 into 10 to the power 6 ampere per second square. So we found our I0 plus, our V0 plus, our di by dt 0 plus, our dV0 plus by dt. Now our next target is to find our I infinity and V infinity, right? Okay, at the time of infinity, means at a steady state, this circuit, this inductor will, sorry, this capacitor will act like open circuit, and this inductor will act like short circuit. So at time t equal to infinity, our circuit condition will become, this inductor will get short circuited, this inductor will get short circuited, this switch is closed, so this is resistor will now come in picture, this capacitor will get open circuited. So redrawing this circuit at time t equal to infinity, we will have this resistor open circuited, and one more resistor, and this is 200 volts voltage source, this will be 3 ohm, this is 2 ohm, this is plus or minus V infinity, this is 6 ohm, this is our I infinity, and this is 2 ohm plus or minus 200 volts. So from here our I infinity will be what? 6 parallel to 3, 2 ohm 2 ohm plus 2 ohm gives series ohm as 4 ohm. So our I infinity will be 200 volts divided by 4 ohm, which is nothing but 50 ampere, and our V infinity will be what? Nothing but the voltage drop across this branch, right? Which is nothing but the total current multiplied by the parallel combination of these two, means 2 is nothing but 100 volt. So now we found all these 6 parameter. Our I0 plus, here it is our I0 plus, this is V0 plus, our d by dt of I0 plus, our d by dt of V0 plus, our I infinity and V infinity. Now let's take another example. Like, see our next problem. This is a resistor, an inductor, a capacitor is there, a resistor is there, a voltage source, and this is a switch, and this switch is getting opened at t equal to 0. The value is R1, this is C, this is R2, L, and this is V. Basically this question is nothing but a gate question, means this question was asked in a gate exam. So the question was, what is VS0 plus, where this is our, or say this is our Vs, means the question is asking what is the voltage across these 2 points at time t equal to 0 plus, or after getting the switch open, right? So as I told earlier, to solve this type of problems, first of all we have to check what was the circuit condition before switching. So before switching, what was the circuit condition? The circuit condition was like this. This was short circuited. Since this was in a steady state, because the whole circuit was in steady state for a long time back, so this will act like a short circuit, right? And this is our voltage source, and one more, this is R1. Since the circuit was in steady state condition, so the capacitor was open circuited, and say this was the V0 minus across C, and this is R1, and this is V, this is R2, and let us say that this current as I0 minus, right? Now see, what will be I0 minus? I0 minus will nothing but the current flowing through this path, because this path is open circuit. So I0 minus will be nothing but V divided by R2. Now as soon as this was the condition for time t less than 0, now for t greater than 0, right, what will be the condition? The condition will be, this will get open circuited, resistor will be there, this will be open circuited, but a current source in parallel with it, whose value is nothing but V by R2, this I0 minus, right? Voltage source is here and resistor will be there, and since at time t equal to 0 plus, I think it's better to say time t equal to 0 plus, this will act like short circuit, isn't it? Right? This capacitor at time t equal to 0 plus will act like a short circuit, so this will be R1, and whatever current flowing through this, that is VR2, will be the same as current flowing through it, because only this path exists for the current to flow. So this is our VR2. Now see, the question is asking Vs. So Vs is nothing but because this terminal is connected here and this terminal is connected here, so Vs is nothing but the voltage drop across R1, right? So our Vs0 plus will be the voltage drop across R1, so current I 0 plus, right, into R1. Our I0 plus is nothing but I0 minus into R1. Our I0 minus is V by R2, V by R2 into R1. So simple question was asked in GATE, right? So only these type of questions will be asked in GATE exam related to the second order system. Now let's take one more question of similar type. Right, this question was also asked in GATE exam. What was the question? A switch was there, a resistor in parallel with it. The switch is getting closed at t equal to 0. Right, one resistance and one inductance, one resistance and one capacitance. And this is connected with a voltage source of 100 volts. Now this is 20 ohm, this is 20 ohm, this is 1 millihenry, this is I, this is 1 microfarad, this is also 20 ohm. Now the question is, what will be di0 plus divided by dt? Means the rate of change of inductor current at time t equal to 0 plus will be what? Right? This was the question. Now, as I told earlier, that to solve this type of questions, we have to first see that what was the circuit condition before switching. Right? The switch is getting closed at time t equal to 0 minus, so for t less than 0 or t equal to 0 minus, right? I think it's better to say t equal to 0 minus, right? T equal to 0 minus, this inductor was short circuited and this capacitor was open circuited, right? Plus or minus 100 volts. This is 20 ohm, this is 20 ohm, this is also 20 ohm. This is our I0 minus, and this will be our V0 minus. This is 1 microfarad capacitor and this is 1 millihenry inductor, right? Okay, so our I0 minus will be what? 100 volts divided by, since this is open circuited, so no current will flow through this, so only the path for current to flow is through this path, right? So 100 divided by 20 plus 20, 40 ohm, which will nothing but 5 by 2 ampere, right? and our V0 minus is nothing, since this is open circuit, no current flow through this, so our V0 minus will be nothing but the voltage drop across this branch. So 5/2 ampere is the current flowing through this, and the resistance, which is nothing but 50 volt. So our V0 minus is 50 volt, I0 minus is 5/2 ampere. Now for t equal to 0 plus, what will be the circuit condition? At time t equal to 0 plus, this switch is getting closed, so redrawing the circuit for t equal to 0 plus. At time t equal to 0 plus, this will get short circuited, this inductor will get open circuited along with a current source which has initial current as 5/2 ampere, right? And this inductor will act like a voltage source, this capacitor will act like a voltage source having initial voltage as 50 volt, right? This is 5/2. Let us say this is our VL0 plus, right? Forgot to connect this voltage source. This is 100 volt plus or minus. Now see here, as this element is short circuited, so this will have no significance because this is short circuited for time t equal to 0 plus. So writing KVL in this loop, we will have minus 100 plus 20 into 5/2, this 20 voltage drop across this, 20 into 5/2 is the current, plus VL0 plus is equal to 0. From here our VL0 plus will be 50 volt, and as I know that VL0 plus will be L di0 plus divided by dt. So from here di0 plus divided by dt will be 1/L VL0 plus. Our L is 1 millihenry and our VL is 50 volt, so it will be this will be plus 3, because as inductor is in denominator and value of inductance is 1 millihenry, so it will become, after going to numerator, it will become plus 3, 10 to the power plus 3, so it will be 50 kilo ampere per second, right? Okay, let us take one more example on this, right? Question is, consider this circuit: inductor, a capacitor and a resistor, and this is our voltage source. This is plus or minus, this inductor is 1 millihenry, this capacitance is 1 microfarad, voltage across this is V, current through it is I, and this value is 2 ohm, and this is our Vs as a function of time, where Vs is represented like this. This is time axis, this is 10, and this is 30. This is 10 volt, this is 30 volts. Means Vs was 10 volts for time t equal to minus infinity to 0, and for time t equal to 0 plus, it is 30 volt. Now the question is, find di0 plus divided by dt, dv0 plus by dt. Right, if Vs is 10 plus 20 ut. Right, basically I have already drawn the circuit. This is nothing but the 10 plus 20 ut, because for time t equal to minus infinity to plus infinity it is 10 volts, but for time t equal to 0 to infinity it is 20 ut. Right, so after time t equal to 0 up to infinity, this 20 ut will get superimposed on a DC of 10 volts. Right, so the final will be 30 volts after time t equal to 0. Now to solve this type of question, I already told that we have to first to check the circuit condition for time t equal to 0 minus, or it's better to say for time t equal to 0 minus. Right, now for time t equal to 0 minus, this inductor was acting like short circuit and this capacitor was acting like open circuit after charging by this 10 volt source, because before time t equal to 0 this source has no presence. Right, so the circuit condition at time t equal to 0 minus, this inductor will get short circuited, this capacitor will get open circuited, and this resistance will be there, and the voltage source will be 10 volts. This is 2 ohm. So, and this will be our I0 minus, and this will be our V0 minus. Right, so our I0 minus will be what? Nothing but 10 divided by 2, which is 5 volt, and our V0 minus will be what? The voltage drop across this, which is nothing but 10 volts. Right, so we found I0 minus and V0 minus, and from here the same it will have our I0 plus, and this will be same as V0 plus, as inductor doesn't allow sudden change of current and capacitor doesn't allow sudden change of voltage across it. Now for time t equal to 0 plus, for t equal to 0 plus, what will be the circuit condition? This voltage source will be there. This inductor will represent by a open circuit along with a current source in parallel with it, and this capacitor will act like a voltage source having value as the initial voltage, plus or minus. This will be nothing but the V0 minus. Our V0 minus is 10 volt. Our this and its value will be I0 minus. Our I0 minus is nothing but, it will not V, it will be 5 ampere. So it will be 5 ampere, and this V will be 30. Right, because time t equal to 0 it is 30 volts. Right, and this will be 2 ohm. Now see, as the voltage across this resistance is 10 volts, so current through it will be what? Our Ix, say it is Ix. Our Ix will be what? Ix will be 10 volt divided by 2, which is nothing but a 5 ampere. Now see the figure, since this 5 ampere is coming here after getting divided here in two parts, one part will go through this, one part will go through this. This is 5 ampere and this is 5 ampere. 5 ampere is entering in at this node and coming out at this node, so obvious this will be 0. Say this is IC 0 plus. So if I apply nodal analysis here, we will have, sorry, KCL here, we will have 5 is entering, so minus 5 plus IC 0 plus IX is equal to 0. So from here our IC0 will be 5 minus IX is 5, so our IC0 is 5, our IC0 plus is 0 ampere. Now we know that I equal to C dV by dt, so our IC0 plus will be C dV 0 plus by dt. So from here our dV0 plus by dt is equal to 1 by C IC 0 plus. Since IC 0 plus is 0, so it will become 0 volt per second, right? Now writing KVL in this loop, we will have minus 30, right, plus, let us say the voltage across it is VL0 plus, so minus 30 plus VL0 plus 10 is equal to 0. So from here VL0 plus will be what? 30 minus 10, which is 20 volt, and we all know that VL0 plus will be L di 0 plus by dt. So from here di 0 plus by dt is equal to 1 by L VL 0 plus. So di 0 plus by dt is equal to, our L is what? L is 1 millihenry, so 1 by 10 to the power minus 3 into VL0 plus is 20 volts, so it will become 20 K amperes per second, right? So this was the solution of this question. Now I would like to stop here. In the next lecture we will try to start AC transient analysis. Okay, now before stopping, I would like to request you to please like, share, comment and subscribe to our channel. Also don't forget to turn on the notifications so that you can get the news about our latest updates or our latest videos. Thank you.